Why you guys got to be so rough on that guy? Why do you guys got to be so rough on that guy on the fence? He wasn't trying to fight you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. You want to advance over there? Okay. It doesn't come till later, Mr. Gray. After you retire, that's when the retired cops call me and they tell me they hate what they did, that they feel terrible as human beings. That's what happens, Mr. Gray. It doesn't happen now. You feel empowered, you're on Team Blue, and then later you figure out, man, I did bad shit. Like attacking that guy on the fence. That was so uncalled for. There was no reason. Could have just got him down and had him move. You ever been putting those zip ties before? You've been putting them before? Man, it hurts, doesn't it? Those zip ties hurt, don't they? Not if you put them on right. From my experience with those zip ties, they hurt. They hurt real bad. You know what I mean? Stop throwing things. Cop hit me in the stomach earlier with a stick. You're not going to hit me with your stick, are you? I'm not going to attack you, Gil. I don't want to attack you. I just don't want to be hit with a stick again, you know? I'm just here to film. So I'm just peacefully protesting. Are those rubber bullets or tear gas you're shooting people with? Is that what that is? Is it a rubber bullet? Or is it a tear gas canister you're shooting people with? Don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. I'm just walking by. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Is it officer, is it a rubber bullet or is it a tear gas canister? Yeah.
Okay, so they shoot out things like this, right?
Can I see that?
You can.
Show it to me.
This is the shell, and this is what comes out of it.
Look at that, guys. Look at this.
That's what the green gun.
No, he got hit with one of these. It's one of these things.
Oh, that's what that is?
That's what it comes out of the green stuff. This comes out of the black one.
Oh, that comes out of the green one. That comes.
Green and black.
Green and black. Okay.
Green and black.
Thanks, I appreciate it, man. You got hit with it? Did it hurt?
I got shit.
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, damn.
Wow.
I'm lucky he's back.
Imagine that hitting you in the eye.
Oh, damn.
I'm not for the crowd. I'm not for the cops. I'm not for ICE. I'm not for the National Guard. But what I am for is peace. And the National Guard and the cops are not doing anything to create a situation of peace when they're shooting people, including reporters. I saw an Australian reporter yesterday, a nice looking female. She was dressed nice. She didn't look like Antifa, didn't have the Palestinian garb on or anything like that. Just finishing up on a report. And when she was done, you could see the cop in the background with one of these green rifles taking aim at her and shooting her in the backside. For you to be, the crowd psychology works both ways. It doesn't just work for the people in the crowd who are against the police. It also works for the people who are in the crowd who are a part of the police.
Fuck you.
What's your name?
My name is Mateo.
Don't you agree, Daniel, that the cops are punks too? The cops are punking us all the time. Nobody asks to be pulled over through corporate traffic code. You didn't activate your turn signal. Your license plate light wasn't properly illuminated. That gives us the justification to violate your rights. If you're not free to go on a traffic stop, you are not free in America. What do you expect from people when you're constantly poking them and prodding them and harassing them and economically terrorizing and fining them and pepper spraying them and shooting their pets and shooting innocent people in houses when they went to the wrong address to conduct that raid? People constantly being kidnapped, thrown into cages. What do you expect Americans do when they wake up and go, you know what? You've sealed my back against this wall. You've painted me in a corner. I've got nothing else to do that I can do. I can't drive because you took my license. I can't pay my bills because you economically terrorized me with lawyer fees for some stupid reason, and I didn't even commit a crime or create a victim. What do you expect people to do when they're at the end of their rope? Cops are exacerbating. Matter of fact, when a cop obeys like a drug war law, they actually create a new class of more virulent, more cunning, more thoroughly funded and equipped and armed criminals, like what happened from 1920 to 1933. Do you think you ever would have heard of Al Capone or the Chicago or New York mafias if they didn't create a prohibition scenario that pushed people underground to the point where they started going, you know what? We're not even going to obey these laws. We don't care what law you write, and governments can't have that. So they backed off of it and they got rid of the amendment that created prohibition in the first place.
So do you know the plan? Are you guys gonna try to drive us all forward? Sorry, man. I apologize, bro. Are you guys gonna try to push us all out? Is that what the plan is? Corino, what's your plan? What's the plan, Corino? What's the plan? I mean, it's so horrible you're put in this position. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be in this position, and neither should she.
What I really like is that Chili and some of these other people on the ground, there's very few that actually try to address the humanity behind the badge. But you got these women right here who are literally worthless doing what they're doing. Worthless. They could easily be overrun by even the smallest man.
One of you guys should be in this position. Because if something happens, you guys go down, then he wants to get all chivalrous. It's just a mess.
This is great. Yeah, that's
we took DEI higher to another level.
Yep, that's exactly right.
They did?
Totally agree.
Oh, damn. Did they give you a ticket?
No, nothing.
But they took you to the dungeon? I don't think that's going to work, officer. I don't think that's going to work. I didn't really understand riding the motorcycle through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to get caught, right?
Thank you.
You're going to get arrested. Your bike's going to get impounded. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. But neither did the SUV of the cops coming through like that, you know? Like, it just... If you guys just stood there, eventually the crowd will leave. You know what I mean? I don't know why you got to go offensive on the crowd. It just causes a riot. Poor guy's bike. He tried to ride his motorcycle through the line, and all they got to do is just grab one handlebar and you're knocked off. And now the guy's bike's right there. His bike's going to get impounded. He's going to go to jail, probably get charged with all kinds of crimes.
Always.
For riding his motorcycle into a line of cops. He's going to lose his motorcycle. That motorcycle is now pretty much a goner because, you know, look, you can peacefully protest, but you can't ride your motorcycle into cops or they're going to arrest you and they're going to impound your motorcycle, you know? I mean, you know, have you seen what that does to people, officer? Have you seen the results of what happens when you get shot with that thing? I filmed a couple people's injuries from that gun. It hurts. It hurts for sure. It leaves a big gash. I don't know why. Why do you have the blue paint on you? What happened? You get some side collateral damage there? How'd you get the blue on you, officer? I haven't called you any names, man. I haven't yelled. I'm just talking to you, dude. How'd you get the paint on you, officer?
You have the right not to get involved in any conversation you don't want to. But this guy right here is a public servant. He's there to serve the public. And what do servants do? They don the mantle of servitude. Oh, sure. I'm here for you, public. I'm a public servant. You got a question for me? Here, I'll let you know. Here's why I got the paint on my arm.
Is this part of the training that you don't respond? I've been nothing but polite to you, dude. Is it the training? Is this when they say more training? Because this training is bad. If we had a dialogue, I would be able to humanize you more.
Yeah.
And the thousands of people watching would be able to humanize you more.
Very well said.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're constantly involved in programs to humanize the badge, and then they act like the antithesis of what a human's supposed to be and how a human's supposed to act.
They just went too far with the DEI hires. They hired a bunch of women to be cops. And the truth is that you cause the most problems.
Yep.
I mean, women cops cause the most problem because men are naturally chivalrous. So what happens when the pushing starts happening, you get knocked on your ass, and then one of these guys goes to extreme violence to save you.
This is
And you shouldn't be put in this position, Ramirez. You shouldn't be in this position at all. You know what I mean? You should be able to be an officer, but not when you're on the street trying to take on men, because you're not equipped to take on men. And
I don't care what you think about Chili. This is spot on. He just pried the cranial structure open and peered into the psychology of a cop and actually laid out exactly what does happen. Yeah, cops are dangerous. Female cops are more dangerous because they're weaker and more susceptible to using a violent action or calling for backup. And then when the male cop comes, because we are naturally chivalrous and we know what society basically expects of us, besides, you know what your internal mechanism is, then they jump to her aid and maybe more force is applied than would have normally been applied if the ponytail pig wasn't involved in the situation.
just from natural birth.
Good stuff.
Poor guy's bike. Just don't hit me, okay? I'm not going to hit you, Ramirez. You don't got to go crazy on me.
She's not going to hit you. You're not her husband. 40%, remember.
40%.
40% of officers beat their spouses.
Oh my gosh, even people on the street know it. Police officers, people in law enforcement are 40% more likely to be domestic abusers than people in the general population. Just remember that.
40%. I hope you guys don't go to violence and the crowd doesn't go to violence. You know what I mean?
We'll figure it out. We've been there before.
I think the tactics, these procedures and protocols of...
Come on, you should be on the team.
Oh, shit. What happens?
A little bit too late for that, though.
What happens to you later in life is you go through really bad PTSD, and when you retire, when you
13 years of military service never happened.
well, listen, I appreciate your service, but
I know how to deal with it.
we're not enemy combatants. We're not POWs. We're just Americans. You know what I mean? But if you did 13 years in the military, then you treat us like we're part of the Afghanistan.
You guys are acting like clowns.
I'm not acting like a clown at all.
Well, you want to be part of the group.
I'm peacefully protesting, officer. I'm not acting like a clown. I haven't called you any names or screamed at you or, I haven't done any of that.
At least this cop tried to talk to him.
I mean, I feel like military personnel should be banned from being police officers. Well, because it teaches you guys a form of.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we're about to move, all right?
What do you mean to back up this way? You guys are going to push forward here? All right, I'll back up. I'm not going to fight you. If you walk forward, I'll happily back up for you. I'm not going to fight a police officer, especially because there's 3,000 people watching.
I appreciate people being on the street there and actually video recording what is happening so we don't have to look through the camera lens of a CNN or a Fox News. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button. If you want, subscribe to the channel, become a member, but more importantly, understand that freedom is dangerous. The only thing more dangerous is not having freedom. And it looks like we're kind of fastly approaching that cliff as we speak. I will see you in the next video.